Hello there, I'm Steve Carver, and I'm the Golden Goose Marketing guy. Been teaching this class now for about 17 years, and each time we teach it, we add things to it and make it better and better. The Golden Goose Marketing Plan I'm going to present to you tonight is something I've put together in my own businesses over 60 years, and I can tell you that it works. Simple, but you just got to do the stuff and stay with it. And remember that in marketing, while it's all about fluff and blue skies and feel good and this and that, if you stay structured and stay with a good plan, keep it affordable, it's a good way to tell you, give you advance notice on how your business is going to go and what you're going to need to do to keep it moving. So welcome to Golden Goose Marketing and high performance with a low budget. A marketing campaign is what we're going to try to accomplish tonight for each and every one of us, with a number of different strategies and suggestions to make that happen. One of the most important things we're going to talk about tonight is the fundamental structure that it takes to create a raving fan customer. And for folks that are in business for their first time or just getting started, not really dealing with a lot of retail customers, wholesale customers as well, the raving fan customer will be your most important asset as your business goes and grows through the years. The Golden Goose, lovely young lady, no doubt, because she not only will give you that golden egg one time, but if we're smart and we know how to put a marketing campaign around the plans we talk about tonight, the Golden Goose Marketing Plan will continue to give you those golden eggs time after time after time, and it's a worthy plan to go for it. My name is Steve Carver. I'm in Dunn, North Carolina. So glad and honored to be with you folks tonight. It's August 3rd, 2026, and my presentation number 1273. I'm not a lawyer. I am not an accountant. I am a fellow that has managed to be successful in business for 67 years, still in counting, still doing business today nationwide, and also looking forward to continuing to work with you guys and watch your business grow, as mine does as well. First piece of advice I always give you is always get a second or third opinion before you make a really important decision affecting your business or security. And the folks at the small business centers across the state, and especially the one at James Front Community College in Warsaw and Kenansville, are so very good at helping small businesses move forward. The director here is Joy Wynn, very dedicated, very capable, totally professional, totally confidential, and will do anything in the world she can to help you. So if you're in the Kenansville, Beulahville, Warsaw area, Greene County, Dublin County, Jones County, they're there to help you. If you're located somewhere else in the state, you've got a small business center not far from you, and I'll be glad to get you connected with them if you want my assistance. So thank you very much, Joy, and for the Small Business Center at James Front Community College. If you have signed up early for this program, registered with the Small Business Center, which I encourage all of you to do before the webinars, we'll send you the handouts and study guides for this particular lesson. This time, there's 13 study guides that have already been mailed to you, or if I have your email address, I'll send them to you again tomorrow, which includes a quiz with questions I'll send to you tomorrow after we go over them tonight. The study guides are very important. I suggest that you start a file on your desktop or laptop and save all the study guides that I send to you. There'll be a lot of repetition each week. I'll have to repeat time and time again, but at some point in time in the future, they will come in very handy for you, save you lots of money, and hopefully save you stress. Tonight, we're going to talk about Golden Goose Marketing. Next week, we're going to talk about how to find customers, or in other words, how to take the lessons we learned tonight and apply them to actually putting them to work to find customers next week. So these two classes go together very, very efficiently. These are the last two classes that are related to business planning and budgeting and marketing and such as that. So thank you for attending so far on regular attendance. And these really tie together and we connect all the dots after next week with basically getting your business up and running and getting started. After next week, we'll start focusing on enhancing individual business skills, including handling money, bookkeeping, forecasting, taxes, record keeping, and then tie it all together at the end of the series. So tonight is marketing. Next week is how to use these marketing tools to find customers. Thank you for your attendance. I appreciate your regular attendance. If you attend at least 6 of these 8 classes, you automatically qualify for a achievement and completion certificate. And if indeed you attend 7 of the classes and complete some homework assignments that are assigned to you and mailed to you, you can achieve a graduation into the academy and/or advancement in academy membership. I do keep up with attendance just for that purpose and make sure I stay in touch with the people that are coming. And we had a tremendous attendance last week, one of the largest we've ever had. And looks like the way people are coming in tonight, and we'll have a good crowd tonight too. So thank you for your attendance. Look forward to seeing you as often as you can come back. You don't have to do anything, just sit back and enjoy. Or you can dive into these assignments and participate as much as you like. I appreciate you either way, and will do my best to help you get to the next step in business you want to get to. We operate as the Academy of Entrepreneurs and Associates. I've been doing this now for 19 years. You've got a lot of friends in the Academy that have started out just like you that are doing really well, and we learn from folks every week. I can see right now on tonight's attendance so far, we've got several people that have joined us for many, many times, and we certainly welcome you to come back. Let's recognize those folks that are doing real well in this semester and staying in touch and sending work in. We'll start by congratulating Sherry McQuarrie over in Charlotte. She's already done her mission, vision, and promise statements and sent those in. I want each and every one of you to do that. Make sure you make that happen. It's important for you. Get your core values written down. Sherry did a great job at hers. Kenzie, thank you so much for sending in information. Kenzie's over in Staley. Been checking her information out as the K&R Crafts. She's got some really good materials up at Facebook, and I was able to find her. I did notice that Kenzie has 177 followers so far, and that's good, but we want to get that up to 5,000, and we'll be working on that together as we go. Each and every one of us should try to remember these Facebook links and go find our friends, make them let them know we're there supporting them and share their information. Alicia and Ashboro, thank you for joining us. She's got a really good program started there with Faith Flowers and Crafts, doing a good job with her marketing. Looks really good. She's already up to 667 follows, and when I checked it on that particular night, she had 911 people following. Congratulations. That's what we're all striving for. But there's always a challenge because, look, Alicia's got that great following on her personal pages, but down on her brand new pages for her business, the numbers are just a fraction of that, only less than 10%. So our challenge and Alicia's challenge is to get those following numbers on your business pages up high. That'll make a major difference for you in your business. Hey, Sarita, our senior Academy member, thank you for being with us. Sarita's in the virtual assistance business, does a lot of good work, and she also is the lady that looks after all of our certificates. Edna Jackson will be joining us from Tarboro. Sonia, good to have you back with us. I see you down in the corner here. Thanks for joining us tonight, our Master 4 Associate. Dr. Mary Young, educator and promoter of a new book and many videos, a really wonderful lady who has a lot to offer, and glad to share information with you. Jennifer DeLeon is in Goldsboro, greater Goldsboro area. She is having a busy summer. I'm watching her on Facebook. She is a previous Academy Member of the Week a few weeks ago, doing a great job, and it's just amazing watching her do her work with JDL Designs. Veronica Butler in Hope Mills is working really hard getting her home healthcare business up and running. David Mays will probably join us a little later. He's been a regular during this series. He's in Statesville with a brand new business. Shannon King in Faison with his electrical business, revamping that. And Johnson Sheffield in Warsaw, a CPA and regular joiner of our webinars and contributor. Thank you for all that you do to help the program going forward, and congratulations on being a brand new granddaddy. Katie Morrill in Kenansville has a cleaning business that she's working real hard at. Chisa Freeman from Fayetteville, active Army, so thank you for your service, Chisa. We appreciate all that you do. Kelly Gates over in the mountains at Tryon joins us on a regular basis. She's in the real estate business and soil and water conservation. So the message I want to send before we get into the class is get active on your Facebook. Make sure that you're encouraging people to follow you, and you have to set up your page so people can follow you. So make sure that you're doing that and then move forward with it. Please find me at Facebook. Steve Carver, look for the blue skies with the sunshine, and we'll get hooked up and start sharing information, and it will really make a difference in how many people are able to find you in your business. We'll do that for a lot of folks. Now, here's an invitation. If you go to my Facebook page, you're welcome to go there, become friends. Check out the friends that I have, which is over 5,600. And I want to invite you to look over all those friends and invite any or all of them to become your friend and get them following you. This is the way that you really run your numbers up in a hurry. I'm happy for you to do that. As long as you're putting good information out there, something with a good look and hook where people are wanting to see what you got. I would love for my friends to be doing business with you. So there's my invitation to you right now to start really making a big difference in the number of friends and followers that you have. Go to Steve Carver or Anthony Stephen Carver, check on my friends and start inviting them to like you. Now, Facebook is going to limit you to 25 or 30 new friends per day. So this may take you a number of weeks to get your numbers way up there, but you can keep coming back once they tell you you've done all you can do for one day. Smile and move on, and come back the next day. I suggest you do this with me and with the other friends that you create at Facebook. This is business. This is the way you make it happen. And then make sure that as you start posting your business ads, that you just don't post your ad, but you also share it. Sharing is the key to getting your business up and running, getting more people to find you, like you, and follow you. So the key now is to share lots and lots of stuff at Facebook. On our quotes to remember, as we're doing one a week now for sure, let's talk about what we've done so far. Walt Disney told us to quit talking and get to working. Mike Ventura said there's no finish line, there's mileposts that we pass every day, and that's so true. Bill Gates said we're going to learn more from our unhappy customers than we do from our regular happy customers, and he's so right. When you take the extra mile to go satisfy a customer that maybe isn't quite 100% satisfied, or to listen to a complaint and get it fixed, then by golly, you're creating a customer that will probably stay with you for years and years and years. Tonight, we're going to listen to Nelson Boswell, and what a great truth he's saying for us. If we always try to give our customers a little bit more than what they expected, then I will assure you that is a very positive thing to do. Going past the customer expectation sets in their mind that you are a good person to do business with, and they'll want to come back to see you. So give them a little bit more. And I'm not talking about discounts or money or this. I'm talking customer service, attention, relationship building possibilities is so very important for you. So it's up to you. We're talking marketing tonight, so this is some points I have to make. It's up to you and you alone to let the rest of the world know how great you are. And marketing is all about blowing your own trumpet, tooting your own horn, beating your own drum. We have to do it ourselves. We're all pretty much in business as individuals. And if you've got a thing that says, hey, I don't want to brag on myself, I don't feel comfortable tooting my own horn, you got to get past that. And as you're doing a startup business and getting moving, you have to be willing to do your advertising and do it in such a personal way and with energy so that people really know just how important it is that you're trying to be the best business person you can be and you really want their business. This is the time, too, right now I want to mention each one of you. And a lot of you that's here with me tonight have businesses that this is a big deal for. Seasonal marketing, more so than any other single defined area of marketing, paying attention to and using the seasons as springboards to jumpstart your business month after month after month is so important and so darn easy to do. If you get into the mindset of I'm going to start using seasonal marketing tools like slogans and strategies so that you're mentioned in the seasons. So here's why. A lot of people wait for certain seasons before they buy things or make a decision to move forward on something. This is true in virtually every type of business. And when you think about your business, you don't have to agree that, yeah, I've got some seasons that are very important. And here's what I want to tell you. Every season can be important to you. Remember, we've been talking about a diversification of profit centers. Part of your consideration on how to diversify is to make sure that you have products and services that can be renewed and get excited about with every new season that comes along. When you're doing that, you're going to be able to energize certain groups of customers all year long, and it will make a major impact on your business. So I have sent to you already with what Joy sent to you, and I will resend them tomorrow, some really good marketing ideas, slogans and strategies and such as that for fall marketing, because listen, fall's here marketing-wise. Things that you put into play right now on August 1st basically not going to get absorbed and digested by your customers until September, and that's fall season for sure, and for the next 90 days. So think about this and see what you might be able to start doing this week to get into the fall seasonal marketing. And I'm sending you a couple of study guides with a lot of good ideas in it, so take advantage of that. This is an example of the way that I can be assertive, an example of the way that I can try to help motivate you. And I want to show you how this works so that you can do it for yourself and for your customers. By you getting involved in seasonal marketing now, you become assertive and you start motivating your customers. So pick up the torch, carry it on, make it happen for yourself. Your homework challenges now that we enter week 4 becoming more important. You just have a few weeks to finish them up. I do challenge you to do the mission, vision, and promise statements and send copies to me for us to share. I do want you to send me a menu of your at least five marketable profit centers. Very important. You can't start marketing unless you're ready to tell the world what you got to sell. I do want you to be on Facebook with personal and business pages and share that information with me. So here's a little tip for you. My job is to help you move forward, but your job is to find the endurance to stay in the game. I'm seeing that y'all are becoming regular attendees, and that's telling me you're finding the endurance to stay in the game. But you got to hang in there. You got to hang in there with not only with these courses, but other courses that are available. But more importantly, as we talk about structure last week in budget and marketing and such as that, we'll talk about it more tonight. Be willing to adopt structure so that it becomes priorities for you and it helps you keep it as a part of your small business entrepreneur persona and getting things done. So back to the drill skills tonight. We skipped them last week. We're going to talk about them again tonight because they are so important. The drill skills are little tidbits and strategies that if you own, if you adopt, you'll be able to do so much more and have so much more self-confidence. And also, I encourage you, I'm sending you the handout study guide on them. In that study guide, there's videos with each one of the drill skills. I'd like for you to paraphrase each one of them and send it back to me. Number 17, let's talk about cash flow a little bit. It's an easy subject. Everybody knows that cash flow is a positive cash flow as you're taking more in than you're sending out, and negative is the opposite. But I want to tell you, you got to take it a lot more serious than just that. Here's how. Yes.
All we're seeing is your desktop.
Well, thank you for letting me know. Let's see here what I've got to do.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, so let's try it again now. And I do appreciate you letting me know. Stop sharing. Imagine y'all getting tired of looking at my desktop. Slideshow, start from the beginning. I'm trying to get the screen share working and it's. No, hang with me now. Oh, someone tell me if you see now a slide.
Yes, it says sell lots more with low budget.
That's me. Okay, thank you so much. And hopefully it's scrolling now as we move forward.
Yes, it's working.
Okay, please, and thank you. Don't wait so long next time. Let me know right away. So we've gone through all of our good friends. Facebook. Wow, I covered a lot of ground here in just a second. It's up to you and you alone to let people know how great you are to do business with and do it. Take seriously the fall marketing. Motivate, move folks forward, do the challenges and go forward. Now the 40 drill skills. Number 17, hopefully you can see this on your screen now. Positive cash flow is a lot more than just a simple definition. Positive cash flow is the definition of your blood pressure in your business. No positive cash flow, no business. So here's how I take it. If you have a customer in your environment, if you're talking to someone and they have available money to spend and an interest in you and your products, and you give them the spiel, you make the pitch, and they end up going away and you're not getting any of your money out of their pocket, then I'm telling you that's negative cash flow. That's how serious I want you to take it. As an entrepreneur, every time that you're quoting, every time you're talking business with someone, in the back of your mind, back there behind your right ear somewhere, there needs to be a little voice talking to you saying, turn this into positive cash flow. Make it that serious. And then as you know that it's that serious, you'll be able to move forward in closing more deals. Take it or leave it marketing is not what we're going to do. We do not want to send a message that says take it or leave it, because when we do, that's saying to our customer, if you don't like what I got to say, go and give your money to somebody else. What we do want to say to them is, here's what I got. It's at a reasonable price. Now let's figure out a way to help you buy it, make it affordable for you. Encourage relationship building, encourage bargaining, give customers options. It's the best way for you to improve your business, probably a 50 or 60% right away. Knowing how you price your products, as we talked about last week, one way is the 3 times rule. If you're just getting into business and you don't know where to start with your pricing, multiply your cost times 3, and that's a good place to start. You can figure out how you stand up in the market, other changes you might need to make, and you'll probably need to make changes. But initially, if you're multiplying your cost times 3, that's a good place to start. The 27 times rule we'll talk about tonight and next week. What that is saying is, for you to do meaningful business, a meaningful amount of money with a customer, generally they're going to test you one way or the other 27 times. They're going to want to see your presentation, hear your quotation, see your business card, see what's going on 27 different times. And if you, 9 times, and doing the best you can do, putting your products out there, they're going to miss seeing your presentations at least 2 out of 3 times. So 3 times 9 is 27, so I'm calling this the 27 times rule, and I'll show you how it works and what it can do for you. Yes, if, no, but negotiating is a tool and a strategy to use to keep the conversation going on with a customer, so that you don't say take it or leave it, but you do hear what they're saying to you, and then you respond to them with yes, if, or no, but to help them move forward. I put this in a little book. It's available at Amazon, but it's just as simple as it can be. Yes, if, no, but makes a big difference in moving forward. Example, Brianna says, Steve, I appreciate your offer on buying my used car here. I appreciate your $5,000 offer. And then Brianna says, yes, I can take that $5,000 if you don't make me put a new set of tires on it. Or Sarita might say, no, Steve, I can't pay you that $200 for that piece of furniture. But if we can make this little change, I can do that. Yes, if keeps the conversation going on. So I want you to kind of play with this, learn it, and we'll dig deeper into it as we move forward. Very important for tonight. And make a note of this if you would. The 2 most important internet pages in your business. The very 2 most important internet exposure that you're going to get in your business. Number 1 is your mobile page, the page that shows up on your telephone. The advertising main page, and when I search for your business on the telephone, what page comes up in front of me? That's a mobile page. That is an internet function. It's not a telephone function. It's an internet function. And as you're building your websites and your marketing efforts with the professionals that are helping you, you want to be very much aware of how important mobile pages are. It's the number 1 thing that's going to help customers find you. The second most important internet factor for you will be what we call landing pages. And that's pages that you have designed as landing pages so that when people land on these particular pages, according to how you've named them, which we'll talk about, then when they get on this page, they are encouraged and motivated to do business with you right now. They are designed to motivate and create business. There's all kinds of web pages. There's some that's about pictures, some's about information, some's about introductions. But I don't tell you, when you have web pages designed to make sales, then you got a chance to make some sales. So remember, that's a very important drill strategy. We're all about wanting customers to come back because repeat business is the key, a very important key to how long we can stay in business. We need customers to come back to see us, and two factors, more than anything else, two factors can be defined that make the difference. 40% of the reason that people come back to you is going to be the quality of the customer service that you give. Your pricing, your product knowledge, your branding, such as that. But 60% of the reason that people come back is because of the way they feel about doing business with you. 60% of the reason that y'all have come back and rejoined our class tonight is because apparently you feel comfortable with the hospitality that we have with me and your other classmates. Hospitality is a big deal, and we all need to take it seriously. And you know what? It doesn't cost anything. You can be great at hospitality and not have to spend any extra money. It's being aware of the messages that you're sending out, verbal and nonverbal and visual messages you're sending out. The combination of the two are the main two factors in whether people are going to continue to do business with us or not. So I'll keep plugging these as we go along. So let me say to you just how honored I am to be here with you guys tonight. I know that you have passion for your business as I do for mine. And I want you to know that as you're building this business from the ground up, I can say to you that you don't have to have a great, big, elaborate, expensive marketing campaign to be very successful. You do not. Now, I've spent over $6 million, well over $6 million through the years promoting my businesses. And I know right now, after 60 years, that probably 60% at a minimum of it was wasted money because I did a lot wrong. And I know that y'all are going to be doing a lot wrong unless you pay attention to some of the lessons that I'm trying to share with you. Making your marketing money accountable is the key for spending your money very wisely. So we're going to dive deep into marketing tonight with a lot of different areas to go and come and make notes of those places that you think apply to you. I don't encourage for us that you adopt at least a 6.5% marketing budget or marketing/advertising budget. And that is to say so that we always remember that you got to put some money up, you got to put some money in before you start getting results back. So we'll take it step by step tonight, and we'll dive into this, and I hope you enjoy the program. I said to you earlier, if I had your email address and questions, I hope you have read those, and we'll talk about how to answer them later on, so we'll cover that ground. Let's sell more with a low budget, high performance. But we've got to remember, if you want a return on investment, you got to make an investment. And here's a place for me to say, I see that David is with us tonight and very much aware of this. David has put a tremendous amount of time and effort getting his brand new business up and running over in Statesville. And he's, as far as I can tell, he's doing everything right with his Facebook and his Google and his marketing and such as that. He's making a tremendous investment of money, but a heck of an investment of time and energy, and it goes on the line. This is where I got to say to everyone, sometimes you will see a quick return on an investment, but oftentimes you won't see the benefits of that investment until one or two seasons have passed. So that's why I can say to you, for faster gratification for your investment, there's 3 or 4 things I want to mention to you. So get your pad out and make a note here. So maybe it'll help you set your priorities. In my opinion, the ways that you're going to get the quickest return on your marketing investment, the first way is going to be from direct email to people that you know and that you're sending email to related to a product, one of your profit centers that you know they're interested in or they're part of your niche market. So the sooner you can start putting together a database of customers' email addresses that will probably be interested in what you're selling, then you're going to start getting your message right to the right people to begin with. Next would be My Business at Google account. And your business kind of needs to be established because you have to meet certain qualifications to get qualified for My Business at Google. But it is huge. It's very low cost, and you can put lots of information there, and it's just like having your own website without, quote, having a website right now. Once you get a full-blown website, you can have that indeed at your Google My Business account. Next, for the fastest gratification for your investment, Facebook business pages. But to get to business pages, you need to start with your personal page, get as many personal friends as you can get, and then start converting them over to business friends at your business pages. It's not a waste of time, and it is very low cost compared to the benefits you get back. Is it perfect? No, none of them are perfect, but this will serve you quite well. And lastly, I want to mention is YouTube videos. The YouTube videos play with each one of the others. They play on Facebook, they play with your email, they play with My Business at Google. So learning how to create those videos and getting into it. And in today's world, it's as easy as it's ever been. So make a note of this. Be determined to start making your own videos or find someone to help make them for you. To get a return on investment, you're going to have to get into it and do that. So create a budget. And when you create a budget, then indeed you're going to have a good idea about where your money is going and what products and services that you're promoting. I suggest that you come up with how much what your goal is for sales, your total sales, and then multiply that times 6.5%, and let that be your starting budget. Now, your budget can be ads that you're buying. It could be the investments you're making in your website or business cards or anything related to marketing. But start making a list of what you are doing with marketing and put a dollar value on it. So the example that I'm going to give you is, let's say that your goal is to do $100,000 worth of business in the first 6 months. And when you multiply that times 6.5%, that means that you're going to spend around $6,500 to create that $100,000 in sales. That's a reasonable place to start. Every business is going to be a little different, and your numbers may go up and down, but at least get started with an item. Now, I'm going to send you in your email tomorrow a template that will help you kind of figure this out on your own and make it to your particular business. I'm calling it a 6-month low-budget, high-performance marketing plan, a template just to give you ideas and things that you might want to consider. You can print this out and then make it adapted to suit your particular needs. So let's think about here where we are in the world tonight. This is a big world. It's a big planet. It's a big globe. And you know what? A lot of what we're talking about depends on our ability to get our message out there on the World Wide Web, the whole World Wide Web, and have that message end up on the computer or telephone of our particular customer that we want to serve. Billions of people out there on the World Wide Web, and we're trying to figure out how to get our message on one particular phone or in one particular household. That's a big job. And it's kind of mind-blowing as to how in the world can we go about doing that. Well, because of technology and all the things that are happening in the world, there are ways to do it. And it's my job to say, you can do it. I have done it, and I can show you how to do it too. Because no matter how big the world is, we want our customers to focus on us. We want our customers to focus on your website, on your web page, on your email, and that's our goal tonight. And it's a big challenge. It is a huge challenge to do. So wherever you are in North Carolina or in somewhere else in America, we want to bring our customers right into our website, right on our particular landing page, right onto our landing page so that we can sell our products and serve our customers. So Do you think that possibly you could, in a reasonably short time, promote your business in such a way that if I went to Google and typed in your business name, that you could take up the whole front page? You would be the top listing, the top 18 listings for your business. That would mean if someone was searching for your product and they searched for you on Google, that whole page would be your stuff. That would really improve your chances to do business, right? Well, how do you go about thinking about doing that? Well, I want to tell you, you got to pay attention, and you got to have your vision, your confidence in the mission, your willingness to invest the time and resources to get there. And unless you're a really good professional, you're probably going to need some help from someone that really knows how to build websites and web pages. And I want you to take up my ideas about look and hook marketing. That is, you need really good-looking stuff with a hook in it to get people to move forward, and a good knowledge of SEO, search engine optimization. Now, the look and the hook we'll talk about tonight, the SEO we're going to spend most time on next week. But these things can make it happen. So how would I even think that could happen? Well, a number of years ago, that became my goal. And I can tell you this is a screenshot of a Google search page where I was typing in information related to my company, Carver Equipment Company. And we came up on the front page, first 18 listings on a Google search. Now, that's something to be proud of. That's something that will create business for you. That's something that may cost you a little bit of money to achieve that, but once you achieve it, with AI today, it's a lasting memory. So that's even better news that we got working for us. So the things I'm encouraging you today work, and they don't cost a lot of money, but they can bring you some really good results. So that's why I wanted to share them with you and prove to you that I have been there and done that. How do you get there? How do you get there tonight on August 3rd? Set the priorities that we keep talking about, learn the skills, and do the homework. The homework is important. It helps you get into moving forward. Now, while I'm going to talk about a whole encyclopedia full of things to do for Golden Goose Marketing tonight, I want to focus on a 5-star plan, keeping it simple. Keeping it simple so that you can kind of get into this and say, I've got this, Steve. First thing, identify your profit centers. Identify them, put it in writing. Make sure you've got some upsell items that are related. So somebody buys one thing, you can say, and by the way, we've also got this. Identify the date that you want to be in the market selling stuff. Put a date on it. You can't have a timetable unless we have a date. And then plan to start your marketing campaign 60 days ahead of time, because customers will have to see your ads at least 9 times. And it may take a long time for them to see your ads or your presentations or your emails. So plan for a 60-day startup period when you're introducing a new item or for a new season. That's why it's important right now for you to go ahead and move forward with your fall marketing campaign. Get your pricing and your discounting strategies in place, like we talked about last week. Plan to discount, but don't give discounts that you didn't plan to. But price your items up high enough that you can meet the 3 different levels of different shoppers, so you got room to negotiate and get their business. Develop those upsell items. They will help you put bundle packages together. Don't just sit back and think about someday I'll get around to doing some YouTube videos. That needs to be at the top of your doing list if you're serious about moving your business forward this fall. And then do it. Put all these ideas and plans in play and start making it happen. Where you don't make it happen, on your website or on your Facebook pages, start doing your email blast, creating your database of email addresses. Maybe you're using other social media or eBay or Craigslist. That's fine, but stay with something that you're doing well. And remember that the YouTube videos are carrying more weight and more punch for less money and anything else we're going to talk about related to marketing right here on August 2026. Very important here, I'm going to talk about what's that? Promise for you. I promised last 3 weeks to tell you how to create a raving fan customer. And a raving fan customer is so important. So let me ask you to go right now to help solve this down and type in the words R or the letters RFC. Type that in. I'm going to turn my air conditioner on just a minute. RFC. Thank you very much. The raving fan customer. They're not the regular customer. They're not the great customer. They're not the friendly customer. They're not the repeat customer. The raving fan customer is unique. It will not happen by itself. You have to create the raving fan customers by doing certain things. And while maybe this may seem a little bit graphic or off-center, I want to tell you it's specific and it's very important. There's 3 particular things that you and I have to do directly with our customer to start building that raving fan. And when it's done, it's going to bring you dividends for many, many years to come, maybe as long as you stay in business. It's the way that you start writing your legacy as a business person, is creating those raving fan customers. And so what do? I use the term we like to plant raving fan customer brain seeds. Actually, we got to put some stuff in their brain that's going to grow and stay there, because we don't know where they're hiding. You've got some customers, you love them, but where are they hiding? Why are they not coming out? We got to find them. We got to do it. And you've done everything right, but still that doesn't mean that you've created the very first raving fan customer yet. And we won't do it until we do some things. So to plant these brain seeds, I don't picturesquely say, let's just take a shovel and cut a hole in their head so we can look right down into their brain and have no doubt that we're putting these seeds where they go, just like sprinkling Rice Krispies right down into their brain. And when we're planting these brain seeds, how do you do that, Steve? We're not going to really do that, are we? But you are. You are going to do it by simply saying a few sentences. Step 1 to plant these seeds, we need to open our mouths and vocalize verbal communication and saying, I'm going to do everything I can to see that you're 100% satisfied with our products and services. Say that with me now, please. I'm going to do everything I can to see that you are 100% satisfied with our products and services. Now, when's the last time a business owner said that to you? I'm guessing maybe never, and if they have, not on a regular basis. Because when you say this to people, they remember it. And the key here is, and I'm going to put this caveat in, the key here is that you mean it. You believe it, and you're working with it. I've been saying this to my customers every day for at least the last 40 years. And I have drilled it in my employees when I had lots of employees. I wanted them to say it every time they talk to a customer in their own words. I'm going to do everything I can to see that you're 100% satisfied with our products and services. When you say that to a customer, they remember it, and then you're going to follow up with step number 2. Step 1, step 2. Nail it down now. You're going to be so pleased that you've done business with us, that you'll be so happy that you chose us, that you will tell your friends and family they ought to come and do business with us too. I'm going to do everything I can to see you're 100% satisfied, and you're going to be so pleased that you'll want to tell your friends and family to come do business with us too. Now, my friends, when you get that message into your customers and you mean it and you say it time and time again, and you say it in your quotations and you say it in your website and you say it in your mission, vision, and promise statements, you start believing it and you know that you can do it, and they do too. Now, we're not saying you're going to make them 100% satisfied, because there's no way you can make that promise. And there's some people you can't ever satisfy, but you can say you're going to try. You're going to try. So that's step 1 and 2. There's an important third step that we'll get to later. Remember this. Make it happen. I've seen customers come to my business. I've seen them leave to go eat lunch. Well, I've seen them come back. And when they come back, there's somebody with them that they met at lunch, and they told why they were at our business and how happy they were with the way it's going, that the people actually follow them back. And I've seen people nationwide for over 50 years, send me an email one day and said, I was talking to one of your previous customers or one of your longtime customers yesterday, and they recommended I give you a call. So this just isn't face-to-face. This is internet marketing. This is worldwide marketing. And mainly it's marketing for the long haul. Those repeat customers, raving fan customers, stay with you a long, long time. There's not a day. This has been kind of unique that we're talking this tonight. For the last 2 weeks, 10 business days, I've had at least on 7 days customers that have sent me emails saying, I've enjoyed doing business with you in the past. Everything's been good. I was satisfied. How about giving me a quote on this or that? Or some customer is saying, my neighbor told me about y'all's good service. Raving fan customers just keep doing business with you when times are good and when times are bad. So in your handouts, you got this graphic, which was drawn up by one of our fellow entrepreneurs. This graphic is basically what the Golden Goose Marketing Plan, what it kind of looks like in a graphic. And I'm giving you this so that you can print it out. It's a pencil with an eraser, and you can start making notes on this, on the different marketing factors and ingredients that affect your business. But the graphic is mainly showing that it's a circle, and we've got arrows going around in a clockwise motion. And as these arrows go around, as we get started and finish up, then we're going to see how the plan works. So noticing up at the top here where it says start here. That's our starting point, of course. And this is where we do the things we've been talking about for the first several lessons. Doing a survey and getting our customers' targeted list, thinking about pricing and what our menus are going to be, what our budget looks like, and what kind of calendar we're going to be working with, and when are we going to start our plans, and what are the key ingredients in getting our web pages up and running. And now we're going to get ready to have that grand opening. And we have that grand opening, by golly, things start happening. That's when we start taking in some money, right? So staying in targeted with our groups, because next week we'll talk about how to use these tools and target customer groups. So we'll get those messages out there to the right people. And then people start giving us a chance to quote. And we actually get into creating relationships and making quotes. And indeed, we get to say, and by the way, several times to complete our deals even better. And then, hallelujah, the golden egg, we make a sale. We make deposits. What a great day that is for every business. And I'm so happy for you guys that are doing this and just getting started. It's an exciting time. And I know that it is. It's an anxious time, too, because we need those deposits. We need that cash flow. We need to start getting a return on the investment, right? So that golden egg is so important. And we said, okay, our marketing plan has worked. And now, by golly, I am in business to stay. Not. I'm sorry. It's not. And I'm the one my job is to tell you that, yes, you've done a great job on getting a plan in place. But now it's time to make it work for the long term. Now it's time to bring the golden goose into play. You got that golden egg, but we want to keep getting a lot of golden eggs. That's what's going to keep us in business a long time. These golden eggs kept me in business for over 66 years. So we got the golden egg, we made the deposit, but you know what? We're just getting started. We're not even halfway home with our marketing, because here's what we got to do. Listen to me real close now, okay? Once we have a chance to give a serious quotation to the customer, we have some things we got to do. And number one is we got to write that contact information down for that customer and get their name and their email address and what they're interested in, things like that, into our database. Database. Drive that into your head that if you don't have it, it's got to be a priority for you. Tomorrow, you need to start creating your database. And that's indeed what's going to keep things alive. Because how are you going to stay in touch with your customers? How are you going to create raving fan customers if you don't have a database that helps keeps you in touch with them? So now you've made the sale. And listen to me now for the third component in the raving fan customer. The third component, we're going to call it the magic marketing moment. Magic marketing moment. So over in chat, if you don't mind, type in M. And remember that stands for magic marketing moment. Okay, let me ask you, Sonia or Cynthia, Jessica, can you hear me okay?
Yes, this is Sonia.
Okay, thank you, Sonia. Okay, someone's having sound trouble, just want to make sure. So our magic marketing moment is here. You've had a chance to give a quotation to the customer or maybe made a sale. And now you follow up. Follow up after you make the sale. Follow up is just as important as making the deposit. Thank you so much for your business. And remember, I want you to know we want you 100% satisfied. So how did everything go? How can we improve our business? What can I do to make things better? And do I remember now you told me that your brother, and what's his name, and he was going to buy a tractor this fall. Can you give me his name and address or email or how I can get in touch with him? Or would you mention to him we'd like to do some business? Or didn't you mention the next spring you were thinking about adding some equipment? What was that? Because I'd like to have it in stock and maybe send you a quote. The magic marketing moment is when you remind the customer that you're interested in their 100% satisfaction as well as their future business. And you're interested enough to quiz them on what they might be shopping for in the future, so you'll be in a position to offer them the best deal in the market. This is how a marketing plan tells you what's next. This is how you can go to sleep at night, knowing that because you're doing your work, you're doing the fundamental work about changing your marketing plan, your inventory, you're doing your forecasting to keep you in business down the road. If you're just taking one deal at a time and not doing the follow-up work, then you're not going to be much of an entrepreneur. You're not going to stay in business a long time, because this is critical what you have to do. It's not you have to spend $1 million a month advertising. It's not that you have to travel 100,000 miles a week knocking on doors. What it is you have to have a database, stay in touch with your customer, let them know you care about their future, and ask them what's next. And when you get that information about what's next, guess what? You're ready to keep the ball rolling. So this marketing, yes.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but I do want to share something that happened like a few weeks ago, since you're saying that I have a partnership with other businesses because I am a roofer. And they had a storm and they needed some trees pruned. Well, I partnered with Josh's Tree Services, and they came out and did some pruning. And during the pruning, one of the neighbors in the neighborhood that I'm involved in had a large tick that went through the roof. And because I followed up and got Josh's Tree Service to come out and prune them at a good deal because of our partnership, they gave me more business because I followed up, just like you said, and with their satisfactions and did future business with them. They gave me the contract to come out and do the entire roof. So that was pretty cool. And so the other people in the neighborhoods are looking me at like their liaison to do business for them instead of them having to do anything. They trust the partnerships that I have to get a lot of work done for them. So that was a plus for me. I just wanted to share that with everyone else. But what you're saying is true.
Thank you, Sonia. That's a perfect example of following up, creating trust and relationships with your customers. One thing just leads to another, and it's all good things as long as you're doing that type of work. So thank you so much for sharing that. I agree with you 100%. So let me encourage y'all to save this handout. Go ahead and print it out, put it on your bulletin board somewhere close to your computer, just to help keeping you, remind you about what are you doing with the fundamental structure of an ongoing marketing campaign. The marketing campaign needs to be structured, and it needs to keep going with certain things happening on certain dates, especially now that we're emphasizing and plugging in seasonal opportunities for you. Please make that work. Your marketing plan is either something jumbled up in your mind, something scratched out on some scratch paper, maybe a computer program. But indeed, when you look at it, I want you to consider it a work of art. I want you to be proud of it. I want you to be able to present your marketing plan as it relates to your particular customer so it becomes their buying plan because you've done a good job with it. Preparation is everything. So get started on it. Do practices. Make it something that you're ready to show that proposal to a customer so it's ready to sign and ready to do business. When we get to week number 7 and 8, we'll talk about presenting your proposal, putting your quote in front of people, and it starts right here with your marketing plan. As you're developing your marketing plan, you're helping yourself develop better quotations down the road. So it's all about building your business and such as that. When you move into the market and start actually purchasing advertising and marketing space or time from the media, these people that are selling this media information, this advertising availability, they're in business. But I want to tell you right now, they are the worst people in the world to take advice from. And why is that? Because they're in business to make a profit. They're not necessarily in business for you to make a profit. Your profit is secondary for them. So Papa Steve over here is to tell you that one of the ways that I wasted so much money for so many years, millions of dollars, was I was following other people's lead and doing their marketing plan and fitting my program into their plan. They'll have deals. They'll have, the more you buy, the less they cost, certain times, certain publications, certain pages. And all those are important to them because it's a way that helps them make more money. But here's my message. Forget all that. You do want a plan, and you want it to be your plan. And then you move into the marketplace with your 6.5% budget, and you spend the money that brings you the most return on your bucks. And tonight we're going to talk about a lot of different ideas, as we will next week. Let it be your plan. Don't automatically jump into somebody else's. So when a really nice marketing person comes to you to sell you advertising, then you listen to them, learn from it, see what they've got to offer, and then you say to them, well, here's what I want. Here's what I expect. Here's how much money I've got. What can you give me for my money? And then how will you help me monitor it and make sure that I'm getting a return on my investment? That is a very reasonable thing to do. So don't hesitate to do it. They may go cross-eyed and run for the door, or there's a few of them out there that will actually sit down and hear what you have to say, see how much money you've got, and then offer their products on a short-term basis, on a trial and error. Let's see how they work before we dig into it too deep. That's responsible. That's the way you take a low-cost budget and get high performance out of it. Again, a reminder, we're not going to do take it or leave it. We talked about that last week. We're not going to do it. We're going to keep reminding ourselves not to. And the 27 times rule, the basic Customers have to see your ads at least 9 times before they don't do business with you. And those ads may be business cards, Facebook pages, or website pages. In other words, folks just don't jump in bed with you to do business. And we're new in business, therefore people will tell us no a whole lot of times. The good news is that when you're first getting started, 9 times is conservative for people to say no before you'll hear a yes. So I'm giving you a heads up. You don't get a lot of no's before you start getting a few yeses. Just know that's coming, but you can't lose heart. You can't give up. You got to keep plugging. You got to get getting better at your game. But as you stay in business for a long time, those 9 no's probably going to become 2 or 3 no's with repeat customers, or maybe even 5 no's with folks that have been around for a while. But the longer you're in business, the better your percentages are going to go up, provided you're putting good quality stuff out there. So when I start a new marketing campaign on a new product, a new company, or a new profit centers, I actually lay it out. I'll make 27 squares and give some thought to how much my money is going to go and where it goes. And I consider low-cost ads number one, because marketing, if you remember, marketing is the long term, and advertising is the short term. So in marketing, I'm going to keep those 27 ads running monthly. Every month, I'm going to keep saturating the market with low-cost promotionals. And my ads may be $5, maybe $15, maybe $10, but I'm going to keep it down, and I'm going to make sure I know that on 27 times each month, I've got information going out to my customers. This may be as simple as an email blast, or it may be a Facebook blast, but structure, put it on paper that you've got that material going out there. You've got to keep your messages going out to your customers, and here's why. So if we do the 27 times low-cost ads with $5, $10, and $15 ads, we're going to spend $270 a month. See there, $270. Putting messages out there. You can do this, and I'm gonna get business because I've got that many messages going out if it's good stuff. But now I've got some special things I want to do. I got a new spring or fall advertising campaign. Maybe we're adding a new brand of tractors, or a new type of tool, or a new service we're adding, and I need to put some big ads out there. I need to put some large ads with pictures and really promote it strong because it's the opening of a season. So these ads are going to cost me $55 or $125. This is serious money. So if I put those 27 ads out there, it's going to cost me $2,565 for a month. Now, I'm going to tell you that I've been in business a long time, and very seldom have I ever, in recent years, did this kind of advertising. I used to do it all the time. I'd go through lots and lots of money because this is important. It's important now. I need to put these big ads out there, and a lot of them. And so for me to earn $2,465 to spend on those ads, I had to sell millions of dollars worth of stuff. And I didn't sell that many millions of dollars worth of stuff. I'm going to tell you, this advertising money is hard to come by. It's coming out of the profits that you made last month. So what is this all about? I'm saying that the key here is, if you've got an ongoing marketing campaign and you know what dates you're running what, with low-cost ads, you can mix into those your more expensive ads, take out some of the low cost and complete those dates with your more expensive ads, and they will do really well because the customers are recognizing that you're here to stay. That you're here to stay. They believe you because they see those ads every day. Therefore, they will consider your expensive ads as credible. They'll pay attention to them, and you will get a fair shake. Being there every day is a big deal. An example is that we see a lot of low-cost ads from a lot of big companies, and those low-cost ads help us cement in our mind the slogans or the trade names or the look. So if I would say to you, you're in good hands with who? Y'all will automatically say Allstate. Or if I say when it rains, it pours. Who told us that? Morton Salt. So these little messages, these little ads that are keep going out there week after week, year after year, when we come forward with a bigger ad, they recognize that it's our ad, that it's our Morton Salt, or it's our Allstate, and they accept it. And therefore, they don't have to see it 27 times or 9 times. They can see it 3 times and maybe get the business done. Therefore, you can have a lower operating budget. And when you do that, like with this example, you're getting the message out there, you're selling the product, and you're saving $1,700 in one ad campaign. This is budgeting. This is making it work, and knowing how much money you're spending goes a long way, because you want to have your goal for how much money you want to sell. And as you start getting your feet wet and you learn more about it and you see the results, then the items that are working well, you do a lot of them. But the items that are not working well, you take them out of the game. You don't do it. But there is a factor now. The 27 times rule is real important, and I want you to use it. But there is one factor that totally destroys the 27 times rule, as is its importance. It's so much more important than the 27 times rule. It's amazing, and the 27 times rule is really a big deal. So over in chat, what do you think the single factor is that we can point our finger to that just is so much better than the 27 times rule? And we've talked about it tonight. Anybody want to take a chance on the answer? What blows the 27 times rule out of the water? Well, look here. The Raven fan customer. The Raven fan customer is so important and so powerful that as David goes out to a seafood restaurant tonight and gets a great meal, and he loves it. It's a brand new restaurant. He's so pleased. The price is right. The food is great. And David knows that Mary loves seafood too. They talk about it times. So David gets back and he gives Mary a call, and he tells Mary about this new seafood restaurant and how great everything is. Just absolutely fabulous. So I need to ask you now, does Mary need to hear about that restaurant 27 times or 9 times before she'll consider going and doing business with him? No. Because her Raven fan friend, David, has already recommended it, and one time, one recommendation from a Raven fan customer can make all the difference in the world, irregardless of how many other ads that they've seen. It's just really, really important. So remember, the Raven fan customer is so important. The 27 times rule is very important as well. So this is real time, it's real life, it's right now. This isn't Wall Street marketing. This is what's happening right now. It is. So remember that I said one of the most effective things that you can do to get a return on your investment is get your database up and running and start sending out emails about your business. Promotions, put links to your web pages, tell about what you got for sale, and encourage people to come into business with you. But I want to tell you, just sending out email is easy. But let's make it a little bit more complicated with a factor, and then double and triple its effectiveness. You know, as I know, that every day you wake up and you check your email. And if you've been in business a while, you get a flood of emails, a lot of spam, we'll call it, and things that you're really not interested in, and you just start deleting. Well, I do that every day to the tune of maybe as many as 60 emails in the morning before I've had my computer on for less than a minute. So I want to remind you that as you're sending emails out, there are certain times a day that you want that email to arrive at your customer. Maybe sending it out during the night or early in the morning just means that when they turn their computer on, that they just got this big supply of junk email and they just erase everything. Or they got through it so fast they probably aren't going to spend much time on yours. So I'll say to you, it's important that you think about when you send the emails out. And you plan these to go out on certain days of the week and at certain times of day, and then you stagger them. When I'm doing an email campaign, I usually do 6 different emails. I send the same email 6 different times to different customer groups, and sometimes to the same customers. Sometimes I'll send it at 9 o'clock on Monday morning because I wanted to think about seeing their weekend mail. Maybe some people spend more time on looking at their weekend mail. Sometimes I'll send it at 1 o'clock in the afternoon because I'm thinking that, well, these customers are just coming back from lunch. They're going to check their email and try to answer them before the day's over. Sometimes I send email to certain customers on Saturday morning because I think that they're retired or they're home on Saturday mornings, and that's when they spend time answering their email. So give some consideration to your customer, thinking about when is most likely best times for that email to arrive in their block. This is a big factor if you're doing a lot of email marketing, so keep that in mind. Google Ads, your Google account or your business account at Google is important. Now, the professional marketing world will tell you that Google Ads are very powerful and they do a lot of work, and that's absolutely true. I worked very personally in trying to improve my Google ad marketing for years, and I just became very disappointed. It seems like they put up roadblock after roadblock with the ultimate goal for them to force you to hire a professional to manage the Google ads or for them to do it for you. And indeed, it can be really good stuff if you got a lot of money to spend. But I became discouraged with that. So having said that, I don't say that Google ads are important, but I don't say that these other items are more important if you're first getting started. The direct mail to your particular business at Google presentation, your Facebook, and your YouTube. Now, after you're established and you start getting in a good cash flow in, then maybe you can take the risk and spend the time with Google Ads, or maybe you found someone that knows the secrets to get in. But right now, I would put it way down on the list for a startup business on a very limited budget. But my business at Google is a different story. It is worth the effort. It gives a map to your house. You start getting reviews from customers. You can post your videos and pictures of your work. So my business at Google, I suggest that you pursue that as soon as you can. You don't have to jump through a few hoops to make that work, but it's worth the effort. And when you're there, you can put up lots of pictures and your videos and such as that. Your YouTube videos are in a world by themselves, especially if you go ahead and get your videos and then set up your own YouTube channel. Now, your YouTube channel is a website that you own. Well, YouTube owns it, but it's in your name, and it shows all the videos that you make and present to the world. Therefore, your regular customers that become subscribers to your channel get to see all your videos as many times as they want to revisit there. This is very important, very inexpensive, and makes the world go around for you. Please, please pursue getting your own YouTube channel. Can be a really big deal for you. In your marketing, it's more important than just selling pots and pans. It's more important than selling artwork. Your marketing message needs to be about the product, of course, about the service, of course, but I wanted to have a story to it. I wanted to have your face on it. I wanted to have your ideas, your motivation, your mission, vision, promise. Put yourself into the picture. Until you put yourself into the picture, until you put yourself into the marketing message, you don't have the basis, the fertile grounds to start a relationship. So tell your story. It makes a difference in the way people feel, the way they think, the way they act, and the way they behave. You know this is true. And I'm noticing that on several of you. The reason I haven't sent you a message or done some advertising for you is because I couldn't find you. I couldn't find you on Facebook. I couldn't find you on LinkedIn. And I need for each and every one of you to send to me your links to your Facebook pages or other marketing that you're doing. I want to see what you're doing. I want to encourage you to do more and share this information with your other classmates. This is huge. It's a big deal. Before you get personally involved in promoting yourself with your friends like here at the Academy, things aren't going to happen for you. You got to make it work. You got to be willing to put it out there. Just riding up and down the road talking about how many friends you got or how many investors that you have or how great your products are, that doesn't sell things to the world. And if we're marketing, we're telling our story and we're convincing people that we're good people and folks will enjoy doing business with us. I like the pictures. I love this picture. It has 10 stories to go with it. Talk about your childhood experiences or what's happening in your neighborhood. Put a smile on your presentations. Tell about how you got in the lawn mowing business. How about pushing, like this is what happened to me. I pushed lawnmowers for 10 years, and then 40 years later I was in the lawn mowing business. But at any rate, I got the legs to experience it. Tell your story, make it happen. Talk about why your product is special. Talk about what you're doing to pay your way through school or to start this new business or what your dreams are. People identify with people a lot more than they identify with a plum or an orange or an apple or a lawnmower, no doubt. I love this photograph because it tells a lot of stories, and I get to use it for an example. Let's say you're riding down the road and you see this older gentleman sitting out. He's not quite as old as I am, but he's sitting out by the road selling his eggs. Apparently he's got a chicken coop somewhere, and he's selling his eggs for 50 cents a piece. Well, that's a pretty good deal. And then here comes this car pulling up. It's a brand new Mercedes, brand spanking new, all shiny up. And the gentleman gets out of the car and he walks back to this fella and he looks him over. And this fella's got on a three-piece suit. He looks down at Mr. Steve here and he says, "I'd like to buy these eggs. I'll tell you what I'll do. That looks like a reasonable price. I'll buy every one you got left at half price. You sell them to me at half price, I'll clean you out right now. I'll be on my way. You'll have your money. You can go back and sit in the shade." Well, think about that, my friends. Is that you? Is that something you would do? Is that something Steve would do? If you were sitting in that chair, what would you do? What would you say? See, your marketing messages promote certain types of reactions from customers. And I'm not saying this gentleman here has done anything wrong. He's just got a simple message here. Fresh eggs, 50 cents. It doesn't say take it or leave it, but it's pretty close to that. But let's think about the fellow who stopped with his Mercedes. And this is where I asked you, are you going to be a giver or a taker as you're doing business with folks? Because that gentleman made him an offer. It was something he didn't have to do. He was not putting money in the man's pocket. But he could have said this: "Let me go ahead and just clean you out. If you don't mind, I'd just like to buy all your eggs. I'll just give you the best price you can on them, and I'll clean you out and we'll move forward." He could have said that. Or he could have said, "That's a reasonable price. Let me buy them all from you. I'll clean you out right now." Make a good deal. So the fellow that said, "I'll pay you half price," was making him a good deal, but he was taking advantage of the fellow, in my opinion, if you think about it. He had the money, he was ready to do it, but he was interested in that almighty dollar. I'll buy it as cheap as he possibly could so he could get in his Mercedes and go back and tell his friends that he bought eggs at half price from a gentleman beside the road. Right or wrong, that's the call that we would make. I would prefer that if I was in a position to help an entrepreneur have a great day, make a good sale, and it wouldn't really hurt me financially, but help somebody else, I would choose to go that way as far as I could. And that's the Academy way of thinking, and I want you to give yourself the options to think about the high road and the low road. Which one is best for you and your business and your customer? And be willing to think about it. And then as you write your mission, vision, and promise statements, that inner moral compass will help you lead you to the decisions that you feel most comfortable with. And those kind of subtle messages can all be fed into your marketing campaign with different subtle messages. Marketing, long-term. Advertising, short-term. Marketing, like salt, preserve your product and your reputation, your legacy. Advertising is a short-term message for something going on right now. It's spicy. We don't use as much pepper. Your marketing pie is the big pie. Your advertising is a piece of the marketing pie. So when you're doing your budget and you're putting a certain amount of money for long-term advertising, that'll be a percentage. But it's also okay for you to go ahead and slice out and have an advertising budget that you don't specify how much money you're setting aside for short-term seasonal marketing. The difference again, marketing, long-term, advertising, short-term. So what are we going to do today? What are we going to do tomorrow to get kind of push our marketing forward? Do your mission, vision statements, and think about how you don't include those in your marketing effort. Think about your cell phone. I want you to have a cell phone number related to your business so people can send you text messages. Next week, we're going to talk about doing business ads, and I'm going to be sending you some study guides for you to be reading about it, and it's huge. DBAs are huge in marketing. Get that menu up. I want you to mail to me, each and every one of you. I want you to mail to me the challenges on doing your homework with your menu of products and services. So to think about as you're doing this, start putting together a list of frequently asked questions that your customers will probably be asking you about the things you're selling or doing. Because as you write these questions down, you'll learn that people ask you these questions all through the years, time and time again. And the better you get at having a written answer, then that's going to give you fodder and information to put into your marketing and advertising messages. Make you look a whole lot smarter for sure. Think about your internet presence and how you're going to start improving it. Do you have business cards yet? Something I'd like to see you do is to make a copy, a JPEG or a picture of your business card and send it to me. I'd like to see them, like to share them online. Start sharing your information. It's really important. Have your business card so you can hand them to people. Do brochures. Brochures are a good extra effort now, and by golly, with AI, it's becoming easier and easier. Do brochures, and you can use those brochures to hand out to customers or use in your marketing efforts. There's no doubt it goes a long, long way. Next week, I'll ask you to have a target list of different customers. Who are the customer groups that you're going to be working with best? Who are the customer groups that you're going to have databases for those individual groups? Can you introduce yourself well? Are you ready to walk up to a complete stranger and tell them about your business and do a sales pitch? The best way to start helping yourself doing that is get your phone out, your video, and start making practice proposals and introductions. Big deal. I'd like to see some of those. I used to ask people to send them to me. Had a lot of fun with them. You want to do a telephone introduction, I'd appreciate you sending it to me. Now, do you remember this fella? Forrest Gump, Bubba Blue. Bubba Blue taught me a really important lesson 20 years ago, I guess, when I was watching for Forrest Gump. Bubba Blue is the best person I've ever seen promoting DBAs. What does DBA stand for? Doing business ads. Doing business ads. And just as a fun thing, let me ask all of y'all, have y'all ever, when I put Bubba Blue's picture up, did it ring a bell with you? How many folks that are attending classes these days remember Bubba Blue and what he was presenting? Jennifer's got it just right. Y'all remember him? Forrest Gump was one of my favorite movies. So we got Jennifer. Jennifer's the only one to remember Bubba Blue. I don't know if I should keep this in my slides or not, but he's pretty cool because Bubba Blue was all about shrimp, as Jennifer said. Well, he remembered that you just don't tell people that you have shrimp. You name the different kinds of shrimp that you have, the different ways they might enjoy your product. Coconut shrimp, pan-fried shrimp, listed shrimp burgers, all the different ways. And that is so true because, my friend, as we want an example next week, the more different ways you can tell your customer that you have something they're interested in, the better your chance, the better your marketing plan is to bring them to you. That's all part of doing business as your DBAs. You got to remember, you got to be good at this because most advertising expenses don't work. I'm living proof of that, but I'm also living proof that you don't have to keep doing it just because you started doing it. So the look and hook test, the look and the hook test makes a big difference. That's why I want all of you to become really good hookers because the L and the H, the look and the hook, makes the difference in whether or not you're wasting your money or whether it's bringing you a return on investment. It makes a difference in how you go about building your budget. The look and the hook means that the look is having good ads, good pictures, good colors, put a lot of work into it, good videos, keeping it different, dramatic, simple, being assertive, doing it right every time. That is putting a good looking product out there, good enough that people will stop and take the time to read it. And when they read it, then it comes the hook. Here's an example of a great ad that one of our fellow Academy members did. But once you get that good-looking ad out there and they're reading it, this is where you put the hook in. What is the hook? A call to action. A call to action. Please type that in. Hook equals call to action. If your ad does not have a call to action, it means you've missed the opportunity to invite the customer to do business now. And that invitation, that motivating invitation, makes all the difference in the world. People read an ad for information purposes, but when they land on the landing pages and they like what they see and they're motivated to do business now, you give them a reason, then your chances of making a sale greatly go up. Then your chances of having positive cash flow come into play. The hook, the call to action, is part of what you want to do. Now, your call to action might be an extra discount, it might be a coupon, it might be a certain date, it might be reminding them of a special event, or it might mean that you're focusing on the season so that people are saying, hey, it's a certain season now, so I'm ready to do business. And the reminder of the seasonal impact sometimes will offset the advantages of offering discounts and help you make a lot more money. The hook is very important. Targeting specific groups. This week, I want you to give serious thought to who are your best customer groups? Who should you be focusing on sending your marketing messaging to? When we're selective with how we spend our marketing money and who we direct our messages to, we're saving money. We're not Walmart, we're not Food Line. We can't be everything to everybody. So we have to be specific about how we spend our marketing money to make it go to others to bring us back the best return. What groups can you identify with? You have the common denominators. Maybe it's teachers, maybe it's veterans, maybe it's Marines, maybe it's Boy Scouts, maybe it's American Indians, maybe it's the Lumbee tribe in Lumberton, maybe it's the Coast Guard at Morehead City. Whatever town you're in, whatever city you're in, whatever business that you're in, there are certain target groups that you will have common denominators with. And when you build your databases focusing on them, then you're being smart. Then you're getting a good return on investment. And instead of getting told no 9 times, you're going to get told no only 3 times. That means you're going to start getting a whole lot more business. Sending your messages to the right people, big difference. So I sent you a breakaway quiz yesterday. Hopefully you ran it. I hope I've covered most of these bases today. So we're going to go through some questions here. I think it's 10 questions. And I want you to go over to your chat button and type in the answers so we can get a feel for how it's coming. Everybody's right and wrong here. We're just learning together. So let's share and have some fun here. You ready? What is the main advantage of setting a marketing budget based on the percentage of projected gross sales? What is the main advantage of setting a marketing budget based on the sales you hope to make? Well, let's see here. We've got a lot of people already typing in here, so you're paying attention. And looks like y'all like answer B here. Let's see what that is. Answer B. All right. Way to go. Way to go. Yes, it automatically scales your marketing spending relative to your business size and expected revenue. You kind of need to do this, my friends, you're first getting started, because remember when we talked about putting that budget together to know what's left? When we're talking about putting that business plan together to know what's left? Well, now what's left is how much money we're going to have left at the end of the day. And how much, and then we talked about last week, if we're going to make $5,000, we got to sell $7,000 worth of stuff. So if we're going to sell $7,000, how much do we need to plan to advertise to make that happen? So you put your numbers together, you set up an advertising budget, you watch what you're spending, because this marketing money is not just going somewhere and buying an ad or boosting an ad at Facebook. It's the money you're spending on your websites, on your business cards, on your videos, on your stickers you're putting on your door, on billboards. Marketing is a big budget, so it's important as you're first getting started to keep a record of that. It's going to become a tax write-off for you. It's another good reason to do it. So yes, answer is B. Number 2, why is a 6-month timeline ideal for startups? Why does 6 months? What would you think? 6 months is the exact amount of time it takes for all types of advertising to work. Gives you enough data and trends to make some good decisions. It allows you to spend your entire budget in a hurry. Investors are all startup plans are all 6-month plans. What do you think? Most of the answers that y'all have given us, thank you so much, great response there, is B. Hey, way to go. B, it gives you enough data to see the trends and the seasonal patterns without locking into your ineffective long-term strategy. Makes sense, doesn't it? And you can see right here how important this plays into seasonal marketing. You can see how important this plays into businesses that are brand new, doing it for the first time. You don't need to set up a budget and be stuck with it for a year or two when you really don't know if it's going to work. So with looking at a short-term plan that you're monitoring, by golly, you're not going to waste any money. Very little. Number 3, if the startup budget projection for gross sales is $100,000 during the first 6 months, and you're going to do a 6.5% budget rule, how much money are you going to budget? Let's see what those answers are. I'm seeing C's kind of come in here in a hurry. Y'all are great. Thank you for the great participation. And the answer is C, this common math. We talked about that earlier. You take your proposed amount of money you want to make times 6.5%, gives you how much money you need to plan to spend budget. And if you look at your budget and you see that you're spending a real small amount, but over here your goal is a real large amount, well, it's time to revisit and talk about that and have a reality check. Because if you're planning on paying bills, bringing in $100,000, but you're not budgeting enough advertising money but to generate $50,000, my friend, you're going to have some real bad cash flow issues. That's why we're talking about that tonight. Number 4, managing a low-budget, high-performance marketing plan. What should the founder's primary focus be? What should the founder's primary focus be? Buying expensive prime time, maximum return on investment, copying exact marketing strategies from big corporations, or changing ads creations every single day to keep it fresh? What do you think? Man, y'all are good. Look at that. Everybody's saying B, and B is right. Maximizing the return on investment. That's the difference. and being smart and staying in business. I want to say to you that if you don't have a really good idea, you're going to get a really good return on investment, then keep that money in the bank and save it for a rainy day or till you do get a good chance to make some money with it. Don't take any real big risks you don't have to. And if you're sending money to a targeting group and you know that you're within a reasonable operating budget and you've got a good ongoing campaign of low-cost ads, then by golly, you can make good decisions about your marketing money. And sometimes you borrow money to buy some ads to jumpstart your business. If you're faced with a situation you're unsure of, drop me an email. Let me know what you're up against. I'll be glad to say to you, I'd rather not advise you, or in my situation, I do this or that. Usually I can tell you what I would do, and then you can weigh that against another opinion, like from a small business center director or someone that's on your team, and find out what's going on. So don't just waste money. What does it mean to make adjustments after the initial first 6 months period? And this is zeroing in on what we're talking about. Shutting down the business if we don't meet our goals? No, it's NDCP. We're going to change our plan. Double down on the channels that did well, and stop spending money where it didn't do well. Keep the exact plan. Delete all the marketing data and start all over from scratch. I've got a lot of B's coming in here. Let's see how that looks. Yes, indeed. Some smart cookies. Double down on what's working. Cut out on what's not working. Keep spending money where you're making money, and stop spending money where you're not making money. So how do you know? How do you know? Back to that look and hook. You keep up with which ads are working and which ads are not, because when you have the hook in there, you're able to turn off the deal at a certain date. You buy by a certain date or it's over. Or place your order here. Or here's the coupon. Put markers in your marketing material that help you determine and encourage the customers to do business now. Because after a certain date, this deal's not going to be available. And you'll know right then what's working and what's not working. Which type of marketing is generally the most cost-effective for low-budget startup high-performance plans? Nationwide billboards, direct mail print campaigns, targeted digital marketing such as local service engines, SEO, and social media, sponsoring professional sports. Some of these could get into some real big money. What do y'all think? We got a lot of C's over here. Exactly. Targeted digital marketing such as local search engines, optimization, and also social media. Exactly what I was saying earlier. And nothing is any more local than you sending an email to someone in your database that you know is a part of your targeted marketing group. Nothing is any more local than directing your Facebook ads to customers that are friends of yours on Facebook and followers that they're seeing on a daily basis. Very inexpensive that you can see and track the effectiveness of it. What critical baseline metric must a founder know to calculate their marketing budget using the percentage of revenue method? Number of followers that they have on social media, their estimated or projected gross sales revenue, the historical inflation rate last 10 years, the exact cost of a full-page newspaper ad. What do you guys think? Well, we got a lot of B's in here, a lot of busy B's. Let's see what the story is. Again, you're right on money. You're all doing really well, and I appreciate your participation. Because the budget formula relies directly on percentage of sales, a founder cannot calculate the dollar amount of their budget without first establishing the estimated gross sales. Now, I have not been emphasizing this in previous marketing lessons for the last few years. And I sense that I've been doing a disservice. That's why I've hit it kind of hard tonight. So those of you that are repeat visitors, I want you to make note of this. If I want you to have that budget, I want you to put that percentage there, and I want you to have that sales, that gross sales goal. That way you can actually see in your budget, in your business, what's working and what's not, and how effective that your money that you're spending on marketing actually is. Because you got a structured way to monitor it. Number 8, in a low budget marketing, what is the risk of trying to advertise to everyone? What is the risk in trying to be everything to everybody? You run out of money quickly by wasting it on people who have no interest in your product. Your product will sell too fast, faster than your supply chain. Search engines will ban you from doing advertising, and competitors will automatically lower their price to beat yours. Well, that's kind of interesting. And the group here says, our class says, it's number A. And the answer is A. You're right. You'll run out of money because you don't spend your money wasting it on people who have no interest in you. Getting right back, repeating what we're saying. We want to have targeted customer groups. And next week, I'll show you exactly how to go about doing that. Why is tracking the metrics like website clicks, leads, conversations essential to the first 6 months? It provides the data necessary to prove which marketing tactics are actually creating money for you. It satisfies local tax documentation. It allows you to hide your marketing mistakes. And it guarantees that social media platforms will give you free space. Well, some of those answers are just done, but none of you have picked that. Y'all have picked A, and A is exactly right. Congratulations. It proves to you what data is actually generating revenue for you. If we don't have a budget, we need to know if it's working or not, and that's how it does it. And number 10, what is our ultimate goal of a low-cost, high-performance marketing strategy? What's it all about? To have the most visual, artistic commercial in the industry, to generate the highest amount of customer acquisition and revenues possible for every dollar we spend, to spend as close to $0 as possible, and to win awards from local marketing and advertising agencies. What do y'all think? Well, it looks like that we got more B's than anything else. And the B's is exactly right. Common sense, isn't it? High performance means maximizing efficiency. The ultimate objective is not just to save money or to gain popularity, but to achieve a high return of investment and convert our money into new dollars into cash flow. Congratulations, my friend. You are right on target. I appreciate your participation. Keep this in mind. It can make a major difference as you're starting to promote your business. And we said as we started this program, we can talk about all these different ways this week and next week, but be willing to invest. You're investing your time here tonight in marketing. You'll start investing in different types of marketing materials and efforts. Keep a record of it so that you can see what kind of return that you're getting back from that. We're going to talk next week a lot about SEO and search terms, and that's going to come into play as we talk about Google marketing. We promoted and talked a lot about AI, which is so important. So I'm going to give you a little footnote. AI will tell you all different types of search terms that you might use for your products. You just simply ask, give me a list of best search terms for my product, and you can tell what the product is and what area of the state or nation that you live in. You'd be amazed at their comeback. Wrapping up now. Tomorrow night, I'm going to wrap up number 5 in a 5-part series. Some of you have been attending, and I appreciate that. And tomorrow night's lesson is really, really important. We're going to talk about how to create a legacy for yourself and for your business that has real value. Not just feel good, but real value, monetary value, ability to help you sell your business one day, that value. And when you start building that value right now while your business is new, it's really good. So here's an invitation to you to attend again tomorrow night if you can fit it into your schedule. Next week, next Monday, how to find, attract, and keep customers. Big deal. So let your light shine. Keep your candle burning, even though it is warm weather outside. But it's kind of dark out there when you're first starting a marketing campaign. And think of yourself as that big world we talked about to begin with, as a big dark space. And the very minute that you get in the game and you start sending your message out there, picture yourself on a completely dark night, turning on the flashlight. And that flashlight is your marketing campaign. And that marketing campaign that you're sending out is going to talk about, number one, you and your business in the future. What the product is that you're offering and what problems it's going to solve for your customers. You and your business need to solve problems. Okay? And when we keep that in mind, it helps us generate a message that is more personal to other people. I feel so honored to work with y'all tonight and look forward to learning more about your businesses. I want you to start doing your homework, sending me your links. Let's get these mission, vision, and promise statements on the board and out there in front of your customers. Been a pleasure to work for you. Take time to charge your batteries. Marketing can be so challenging. And by golly, we're going to work so hard at it, and the results may come slow. But if we stay structured and stay with it, we'll start seeing some good results. Now, I'm going to say to you that several folks have mentioned to me that the next door neighbor or your neighbor next door social media platform has been real effective to them. I have seen it back and forth, but I haven't spent much attention to it. So if any of you other folks have experience with next door neighbor or next door, how about dropping me an email? Raymond, I think you're the one that mentioned how it had been really good for you. So thank you all for being with me tonight. If you have comments, I'd like for you to turn your microphone on and let's talk about it and share information. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Steve, for tonight. Also supporting small businesses. You've done so many years, and we really, truly appreciate you. Words can't express how we really appreciate your knowledge, and it's an advantage for all of us, whether we've been in business over 5 or 10 years, even 30 years, or just getting started, or just have an idea on paper. You give us an advantage, and hopefully everybody's taking notes and really more confident or can increase their revenue and value and also marketing skills. Thank you so much.
That's very sweet of you, Sonia. Thank you so much. I learn as much from you guys every week as well. Thank you.
Awesome presentation tonight.
Thank you, Raymond. Good to talk with you. How's things down in the Bayboro area, Oriental?
It's kind of slow with all the rain that's been going on, gas prices being higher. Not many people are using their boats right now, but that will change. I've been getting a couple calls here and there sporadically about getting some services on their boats, and so we're moving in the right direction. I have not set up my website yet, but that will come as time progresses.
What was the name? What was the name of the platform you mentioned to me?
Next door. Next
door, just that simple. Okay.
Yeah. I have started posting once a week up there. Some helpful tips, some ideas and tricks and tips for them to think about. Like I'm already posting for winterizations, long-term storage for people that don't want to use their boat anymore because of the rain. If they're going to be out of town, they can store their boat in a way that it's not going to harm their stuff. So they got, room to look at it now.
Yeah. Are you going to be set up to do shrink wrapping?
No, sir. No, I'm not doing shrink wrap, but I will fog the cylinders and I will antifreeze your water systems.
Very good. Well, thank you. I appreciate you sharing that with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, anyone else? All right, well, like they say on Walton Mountain, good night, John Boy. I'll take care. Rest well.
Hey, hello, Steve.
Hey, David, how are you?
I need your help. So I asked my marketing guy today. Okay, so if you look at my ad on Facebook is considered an ad instead of a post like my oil change posts. Okay, so being that it's I guess because it's an ad or whatever it is, when people inquire to me, it goes through my messenger, and it says my name is David Mays, David Rabbit Roadside. So here's my phone number, and then if you say what areas do you serve, then it pops up. It talks for itself, and it says Statesville, North Carolina, surrounding areas 50 miles. And then people will go in there and put in, I need an alternator on the Impala, or I need something done. And then if I tried, then the problem is I connect back with them. I say, well, I'll do it for you or whatever. And the problem is, even if I try to push the call, they've got to give me permission to call. But I know I've lost probably 10 customers since I started doing it this way. And it's getting frustrating because I know that's money I'm losing. And I talked to my marketing guy, and he said the only thing I can do is just text them back saying, I will do business with you. I'd rather go back to get away from the ad and go back to just a post, but I'm getting a lot more response from the ad than I probably would a post because it's reaching more people as an ad. But what's screwing me up, if you don't get back on Messenger and look, then it screws you up. Sometimes you get a chance, try it on my Facebook and do it and inquire about some service and see how it does. But I've lost. I can't get nobody the 10, 15 people that wanted me to do service, Steve, I can't get them to respond back, or I can't get nothing back. So could it be scam?
Absolutely. You'll find on Facebook that like in Marketplace or some of those places, you'll have people that'll see something and they'll just for the fun of typing it. There's a lot of people that do not take anything serious there, and there are a few that do.
Well, sometimes when you get a chance, go on there on my ad or whatever and see if you can do it. And so like if you go in there and punch up, it'll say, hello, just Daddy Rabbit Roadside Stores. We do oil changes, and then you pop what areas do you serve, and then it'll say so. But they'll say what they want. Like I had a Maximum that wanted the top end redone. I had an Impala, I had a BMW, and then I went, please respond. I'll come to you. Let me know when you're ready. And then I tried to push the call button. It says you have 7 days for them to respond to allow me to call them. And I told my guy, I said, I'm losing people. And I said, this has got to be a scam page, because I'm already getting a scam where they're saying that my page violates everything under the sun, but it don't.
So David, you don't find with Facebook and other types of marketing, some of them just don't fit your plan. And so I suggest that you don't get overexcited and say you're losing business, because
Okay.
My gut feeling is that was not going to be real business. One of the ways that you can limit and really narrow that down is in your presentation. If you say to someone, if you'd like specific information on your issue, then send me an email or call me at a certain phone number.
Okay, I'm going to go up there tomorrow and get him to change that out.
Number two, you don't want to be sending out answers to those kind of questions on social media that the whole world can see how you're answering and what your pricing might be or such as that, because then you're disadvantaging yourself with your competitors, and people are just going to use you that way. So you got to be careful.
Okay, it's starting to get like, I'd rather go back to paying the boost on the post that I post on Facebook. I was getting better opportunities, but he's got it set up where it meets 1,500,000 people. So out of 1,500,000 people, there's a scam.
Well, that's where those numbers, the type of numbers are very important. So good luck with it, and keep me posted.
Yeah, it's just getting frustrated because I'm ready for the business. I was getting excited that that was going to be a pop. Like I probably could have $3,000 worth of business in 1 week. You know what I'm saying? None of them panned out.
That's just what I was saying. When the people that are selling their marketing campaigns are interested in making money for themselves, but you got to do what makes money for you.
I will, Steve. I'm sorry. I just thought I'd ask.
All right, no problem.
He might be. I'm sorry to interrupt. I was listening in. This might be an opportunity for him to go ahead and use Nextdoor as well, because that is a neighborhood, local community thing in your area that will benefit him instead of reaching out to so many places. Because there's a lot of scams on Facebook. I mean, there is.
I agree.
If you think you have a lead that's not viable, and it's irritating because it happens to me every day. So if I was you, I would post up a web page on Facebook and just use it as a platform people can go and see your work. But don't try pulling jobs from it because you'll get a bunch of erroneous stuff up there. Word of mouth travels fast. If you're looking to get out into other areas besides the areas you're currently at, Nextdoor might actually take you to that part of the realm for you. Just food for thought.
That's good because I didn't get this kind of scams or this kind of bull crap till when he did this new post. Instead of doing it as a post, somehow it ended up being as an ad, which makes it more freer. I'd rather go back to a post, but then it only reaches, like you said, it only reaches me and ever who sees my page, not ever, And I'm going to try, you said Nextdoor, that's what it's called?
Yes, sir. It's called Nextdoor. And I tell you what, man, it is phenomenal. I had 300 and some odd hits within the first 24 hours of it being
just
up.
Nextdoor. It's not an app. It's just Nextdoor.
You can get it as an app, but yeah, I've got a web page up there. Check me out up there. You'll see some of the postings that I do. It's under Outboard Service Solutions here in Oriental, North Carolina.
Can I give you my email and you write it down real quick?
Yeah, give me 1 second. And I'll even give you my number if you want some helpful ideas.
I'll give you my email and then you can send all that to me because I really, you ready?
Yeah.
Racing, RACING, Rabbit.
Racing
number 8
Rabbit?
racingrabbit8@gmail.com.
Okay, Racing Rabbit what?
8@gmail.com.
8 at Gmail?
And I heard Steve talking about, being up on the platform on Google. But if you look up, if you look up like Daddy Rabbit Roadside Service, I'm like probably in the middle of all the tow trucks, and which is impressive to me. I'm in the middle there, but that's pretty impressive.
I agree with you. Okay, fellas, you wore out my time. I love you.
All right, man.
Y'all come back tomorrow.
That's Racing Rabbit, right?
Yeah, Racing Rabbit, RACING RABBIT at number 8@gmail.com.
Okay. And
my phone number is 704-430-7045.
430 what?
430-7045.
Roger that. I'll give you a call shortly.
I know you work. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I'll take care.
Bye, Steve.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Steve.
Johnson, Edna, y'all have anything to add?
No, just want to say good night to everyone, and thanks for everything.
Thank you, Edna. Good to have you back. Okay, everybody, good night, and God bless you. We'll see you tomorrow night if you'd like to join us.